If I told you that this bag has helped me change the way I see myself? The story of the Marc Jacobs bag is actually quite unique. It made me say F it to society's rules and embrace myself. Growing up, I always thought that being a man meant that you had to wear some very boring, mundane clothing like plain t-shirt, plain jeans, and whatever. And it was always rather boring to me. I didn't really care too much about it. Fashion as a man is actually more about blending in instead of actually expressing your true self. Like if you're daring, you can of course pick a wristwatch or a necklace, or maybe you are gonna go for a little bit of color in terms of shoes or a cool jacket, but that's about it. The rest, well, we can't really deal with that. And honestly, it felt so boring. It felt like I was dressing for somebody else instead of me. Then one day when I was scrolling through Instagram, then I saw it. My eyes widened when I saw it. Something I was immediately captivated by. The Marc Jacobs design. It was sleek. It was bold. It was loud. It had a big statement. It said, "I'm here and you better watch me." And it was unlike anything else I ever worn. I have always been a backpack guy and it just seemed comfortable, you know. It was a tool to blend in and you could carry your stuff in it, and it was just pretty practical. But lately I've been wearing more and more tote bags, you know, the cheap ones you get from the mall whenever you buy something, those ones. But these tote bags, they all look the same, and I really want to stand out just a little bit, not a lot. And Marc Jacobs, the tote bag, it was different. One thing you will find on my channel is that I have struggled with myself for a long time. I have always had this internal urge to be me, which has always been embracing femininity. I have some other videos you can go and check out on the channel about me wearing a pair of high heels or me rocking a leather skirt. You can go check them out. This is honestly no different. I've seen so many celebrities wear the bag, like Kendall Jenner, Kim Kardashian, and of course the queen of everyone, Beyonce. But one thing that is common for all of them, they are born women. I have seen very few men actually wear the bag, and to me that's pretty sad. And it also made me fear the judgment that I might be getting if I were to buy one and carry one. Like, what would people think of me? Would other people say, "That's a woman's bag? Are you a girl?" Would they laugh at me? Would I feel humiliated? I didn't know. So I actually at the moment just ignored my urge to buy it and just moved on. Over the years, I have met inspiring personalities. Not met them in real life, but I've seen them online. People like Adam Lambert. And these people embrace their femininity. They take the masculine part of themselves and combine it with the feminine part of themselves. And I just am totally down for it. Seeing his courage to defy the rules of society really just mesmerized me. I couldn't stop watching. And yeah, I know I should probably have prioritized studying instead, but I mean, come on. So yes, the years went by and I had almost forgotten it. But then, you know, one day I just realized, you know what? I saw it again and I said to myself, screw it. I'm gonna buy it. I'm gonna give in to my urge. I must have it, I thought. And quite frankly, nowadays I don't really give too much about what people think of me. I'm getting older and one day I am gonna be dead and gone and nobody's gonna remember me. And especially not if I just blend into the wall or something. I was actually on a holiday not long ago with my family and I decided to buy it, but the store where I wanted to buy it did not have it. So I went home empty-handed despite me saying to my girlfriend, I'm gonna buy it now. So 6 months later, I saw it on a website and it was on sale and I just pressed that buy button. Like I couldn't do it quick enough. I just mashed that buy button. I gotta have it. And here it is. And I am so loving it. Like it is so fine. But honestly, owning it is just the first step in the process, right? Buying it is the easy part. But the true challenge is really going out in the real world with it. Going outside was really a little nerve-wracking with it. I was so afraid of people's judgmental looks and what they were gonna say, what they're gonna whisper about me. I was super attentive to what people said and what they looked at when they passed by me. Because I was a little bit nervous and a little bit scared because I was a little bit nervous because I was really mostly afraid of the potential comments that might come with such a by wearing such a controversial piece of accessory. I actually met my good friend on the bus as I was going on the bus to the uni. And she said, "Oh my God, have you gotten a new bag?" And I was like, "Yeah, I've gotten a new bag." And I was so scared to what she was gonna say about it. And she was like, "Oh my God, I love it." So really, that was awesome. I walked past a group of guys and they were very loud and they started laughing as I passed by them. I didn't know if it was of me or they just had some kind of, internal dialogue that was just funny and humorous. So I got a little bit self-conscious. So I was a little bit afraid of keep on going. I just wanted to get back home and just throw it into the closet maybe or return it or whatever. But honestly, I kept moving on. But little did I know that the worst were yet to come. A few days later, I was going to meet up with my study group, my project group. And in them, we have two guys who are very loud and very manly. And a tiny voice in my head was like, "Don't take it with you. Just let it be home. Take your old backpack, put that on. They know that, blend in like the old Nick." I actually barely slept that night. I was actually too scared to go because what if they were gonna make fun of me, one was from military and the other was some kind of blacksmithing apprentice in the older days, a little old school. I thought it would just be easier to stay, plain Jane. But no, I decided that I did not want my self-doubt to win. I was gonna take that bag I liked and I was gonna carry it with pride. So that was exactly what I did. As I approached the project group, as I entered the door, one of them, of course, immediately said with a smirk on his face, "Have you gotten a new bag?" And I was like, oh my God, why is that the first thing he said to me? Like, is it that obvious? I froze like a deer in headlights. Like I was just... And the sweat was pouring down my neck and I could just feel my shirt getting wet and tighter. And it was just, oh my God, I really just want to run away from that situation. I just clutched the bag tighter and I could almost hear how the voice would crack before I even spoke. But I said, "Yeah, it's cool, huh?" And that was honestly the end of it. They didn't mention it again. They laughed a little bit, but that was just it. I owned it. I just said, "Yeah, it's cool. So what?" The video I just filmed right now is something that happened randomly while I was out walking, and I just want to show it to you. It's a bit bad of quality in terms of audio. It's non-existent basically, but I think it's quite funny. Now I pretty much wear the bag with every day without a second thought. It has become a staple of mine and it has so much room. It smells a little bit, but that has already gone away. And I carry my laptop, my water bottle, my food and all that kind of stuff. It's a really nice bag and it's very casual, but it still speaks a little bit loud because people are paying attention to it. They see it and they're like, that's a pretty cool bag. To me right now, it's just like my old backpack. It's just a bag, honestly. And while I do give it more than that, while I do put more hope and thought and feelings into this bag, when it all comes down to it, it's just a bag. It's just an accessory to carry your things and it looks good and that's the end of it, really. So what I have really learned from this adventure is that people don't give a damn about what you wear or what you carry because at the end of the day, they care more about themselves. And it's actually called the spotlight effect. And honestly, I dig it. Most of the time, the demons you're afraid of facing are just inside of your head. They're not real. So wear whatever you want to wear. You want to wear a cool shirt with flowers on, go ahead and do it. You want to wear a dress, go ahead and do it. You want to listen to a song loudly, maybe not in the public, I actually don't like that, but you know what I mean. Do whatever you want, as long as you're not hurting anybody else, just do it. So here's my advice. Wear whatever makes you happy. The only opinions that matters are yourself. Maybe Beyonce. I actually don't know, but yeah, she probably matters too.